See, we are taught that there's a fixed system of worship in religion. If you're Muslim, you pray 5 times a day. If you're Christian, you go to Bible study, you go to church on Sunday, you read your Bible at home, but there's a fixed system. With spirituality, Brother Curtis, there is no fixed system. Everybody creates their own because we are all unique. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are unique. So guess what? Brother Curtis may pray in the morning. Brother Umar may pray at night. Brother Curtis meditates in the afternoon. Brother Umar meditates late at night. Brother Curtis only reads ancient African spiritual scriptures. Brother Umar might read the Bible or the Quran from time to time because he gains something out of that. Brother Curtis may not pour libations. Brother Umar pours the libations. It is unique to you, whatever it is you have to do to build that relationship. Some Africans choose to deal with the Ogun, the ancestral realm, to talk with their ancestors. Other Africans may choose not to do that. But it is what? Based on what you need in order to reach what? God consciousness. God consciousness. To become one with God. To become one with God is to become holy. The creation and the creator are one, Brother Curtis. They are holy. When the man, the masculine principle, marries his queen, the woman, the feminine principle, the two halves, the yin and the yang, the numerator and the denominator, have become holy, which is another issue, Brother Curtis, because many black religions, because they are Obamaites, which is a contradiction, because you cannot be a follower of Muhammad or Jesus and be for the government. You cannot be a follower of Muhammad or Jesus and be for any government on earth, because both of them spoke against the inherent evil of conquering governments. So you cannot say, I'm for the President of the United States and be for Jesus. I'm for the President of the United States and be for Muhammad. It's a contradiction. It's a hypocrisy. But here's the point. Here's the issue. In order for a man to be holy, he got to get married. In order for a woman to be holy, she got to be married. That's African culture. That predates religion. Now, we know every religion teaches the same thing, but that comes from our culture. So then we have to ask ourselves something. If holiness can only be achieved by becoming one with God and by becoming one with your mate, how is it that the church has accepted homosexuality? How can the church accept homosexuality, Brother Curtis, if holiness, to become whole, is to join in marriage with a member of the opposite sex? How can you support marriage between two masculine principles? How do you support marriage between two feminine principles? If the vagina must meet with the penis for the ankh or everlasting life to be created, how can you support a system of marriage where the yin is not coming in with the yang, where the masculine is not marrying the feminine? How do you support that? That means your religion can't be holy. In fact, not only is the religion not holy, Brother Curtis, it becomes an agent of the devil, which is to do evil. Because to support homosexuality is to do evil or to become the devil. And so black people have to begin to analyze these religious systems because they're more evil than they are righteous. See, the goal of religion is to teach the superiority of a certain belief. The goal of spirituality is to nurture oneness with your Creator. The goal of religion, superiority of belief, spirituality, oneness with your Creator. See, religion, Brother Curtis, to be effective for black people, the reason why it doesn't work is, number one, as we stated, it's not holy. It doesn't deal with the whole spectrum of problems. But number two, in order for a religion to work for any people, it must be partial to that people.
Yes, sir.
In order for religion to work for any people, it must be partial to that people. Europeans used Christianity to enslave Africans. Arabs used Islam to conquer North Africa. Our African brothers and sisters who teach African traditional religions, they use it to improve upon the culture and improve upon the unity of the diaspora. It must be partial. The problem is Islam is not partial to black people. It's partial to the Arab agenda. Christianity is not partial to black people. It's partial to white supremacy. And that's why black people are not holy when they go to church and when they go to the mosque, Brother Curtis. Why? Because I come here to build a relationship with God. But in order to fight against police brutality, I got to go somewhere else. I come here to worship God. But in order for me to do something about my husband who's beating on me at night, I got to go to Women Against Rape. I come here to deal with God. But if I need help for my son who's in jail for a crime he didn't commit, I got to go find a white lawyer to represent him. I come here to worship God. But guess what? If I have been a victim of molestation at the hands of a blood relative, I can't go to my pastor, to my imam, because they too cowardly to do anything about it. I have to go somewhere else. Look at that, brother. You have to split the institutions up because the church and the mosque don't want to deal with anything else except collecting your money and preparing you for the afterlife. It's amazing how they claim to be against evil but do nothing about it in the black community. Interesting. Religion is about the masculine principle. Very interesting. Religion is about the masculine principle. Spirituality is about the balance of the masculine and the feminine principles.